Hello, hello, my lovely friends. Woo. There we go. How are you tonight? Welcome to Self-Care Sunday. I'll give you guys a moment to check in with me. How are you today? Welcome. Welcome to Self-Care Sunday. My name is Elizabeth. I am the owner of Heaven the Spa on the Rock, and I empower women through education about professional skincare and professional treatments so that you can feel confident and love your skin again. Today's topic is, have you ever wondered why vitamin C is so important? Hello, friends. Cheers. Have you ever wondered why vitamin C is so important? Let me know you're here with me live. Say hello. We have some amazing announcements. We have some free products to give away. Happy Sunday. Cheers. Hi, everyone. Look. I should have made like a poster for you. Oh, vitamin C. Thank you so much for your participation in my online poll. You guys are very clever. I was so proud of you. There was some things, that I did not know. I did not know, maybe because I've been working with Eminence for so long and it's not like an important piece, that there was a percentage of vitamin C. Vitamin C with a percentage, and I've never heard this, but people say like, oh, if it's like a 40% vitamin C, even if it oxidizes, you still will have like 10%. Like, I never heard that. Hi, friends. I love that you guys are friends and that you meet here at Self-Care Sunday. Are you going to follow along? Are you guys interested in the demo I have for you? I have a decanter of water. Hi, everybody. I'm just going to quickly jump out of sight for a second. I just forgot my cotton pads to start taking my eye makeup off. Get us going here because I can't wait to get this stuff on my face. This is not new stuff. The Eminence did a relaunch for us. We're going to do turmeric today because turmeric was in the most recent sample pouches. So forgive my slightly less than amazing headband because I'm probably going to wreck it with my turmeric. Did you guys pick up, right? Did you pick up a pouch? Jacqueline, did you pick up a pouch? I think you did. Okay, so in our pouches, we have cleanser, exfoliation, turmeric energizing powder, the bright, one of the liquid exfoliations, and your mask, and then some serums at the end. All of the pouches that I got ready this week did contain the vitamin C, the rose hip, and a Vitaskin collection serum as well. So if you do have a sample pouch, I encourage you to just open all of the tops. Yay! So Jacqueline and anyone else who has one, open all of the tops of the pouches. Some of them you'll see have a small funnel, so try not to open too much of those. Hello, welcome. And we want, just because it's tricky once your hands are all wet and you've gotten into the mess, I'm just going to get started by taking off my eye makeup while everybody checks in with me here. And let's talk a wee bit about vitamin C. Now, I'm going to make a quick reel on this because I thought it was really, really powerful of something to mention. If you were to want the most productive, hello, Maddie, welcome. I love that you pop on. The most productive / basic skincare ritual, vitamin C must be a part of it. Cleanser, exfoliation, vitamin C serum, moisturizer, perhaps one combined with an SPF. Cleanser, exfoliation, vitamin C serum, and then a product that protects and hydrates. You can have them separately if you want, but you can also have them together. So why might that be? Now, again, this information was not all new information. The fact that there is a percentage I did not know, and I'm happy to, be open about that. Because we don't focus on that. We don't focus on our vitamin C being a certain percentage, therefore it's better because of that property. It's actually not the case at all. One of the reasons, that our vitamin C is better than some is that it does not oxidize. So the vitamin C serum that we're talking about mainly today is the citrus and kale serum. It looks like this. It's magical. The citrus and kale serum has a 16% vitamin C amount concentrate, but it does not oxidize. And I'm going to tell you some of the reasons why and why it's so special. We're going to use a couple different analogies tonight, which make it pretty amazing. And we're going to talk about, at first, why it's important that we learn. Well, I think it's important that we learn about all the things, especially when we are putting them on our skin, but perhaps why it's important that we learn why this particular vitamin C is any more costly, or a different brand may be any more costly than the one you might buy at Shoppers Drug Mart, or why would I spend that kind of money on a product when I can get one at Sephora for $15, okay? Because we're not in the business of judging, and we're also not in the business of opinions. We are in the business of exchanging facts with you so that you can make an educated decision on what's best for you. So that is the empowerment I'm hoping to provide you with this evening. Plus a little fun, a fresh face, and I've got some Prosecco. My husband bought me Prosecco, and I've almost finished it. Yay! So how does that sound for you? Some information, empowering you through information so you can make the best decision. Yay. Thanks for the hearts. Lovely. Okay, so let's start with what vitamin C does. We did this quiz and you guys were so good. It does so many things. And in particular, this particular one, it's near the bottom, is very liquidy. So I'm going to touch base on how it can affect every skin type. If we were to talk about a different one, like the rosehip oil, this might be a different type of texture that a certain skin type, perhaps excessively oily, may not enjoy. I do encourage oils for oily skin. Hello, beautiful. But a skin type that may be oily might say, oh, I would prefer not to have an oil. This product, on the other hand, is just a beautiful liquid that soaks right in and leaves absolutely no residue on the surface. It smells delicious. So why are we using vitamin C? Vitamin C is an essential vitamin. I should continue with my face. Sorry. I get so excited. I lose track of what I'm doing. Okay. Vitamin C is an essential vitamin for the creation of collagen and elastin within our skin. It protects the cell life. It encourages immune function within the cells themselves. So think about all of us right now who are having these random breakouts. You're not usually having random breakouts. Do I want to buy an acne product? We can buy a vitamin C product. It boosts the immune system within the skin and within the cell. I love that information so much. I can't tell you how often I have heard this past 6 months, the mask is making me break out. Which it may be. It might be stress, it might be food, it might be all sorts of things. But we can boost the cell's immune function with vitamin C. And we are mostly deficient from these vitamins internally. Most of us, 99% of us, are vitamin deficient from our diet. One of my beautiful friends, Mira, pointed out that's mostly because our food has been so overcultivated. The soil doesn't have the same amount of nutrition anymore. And the soil is, how do I say that? Reused and reused and reused too many times without allowing it time in between. So food sources, even our pure vitamin C citrus fruits, do not have the same quantity of vitamin C that they used to have. So we used to be able to get, put myself in the eye there. Deep, rich, leafy greens would give us a boost, or we would have our meats giving us iron. Now, all of the things that those things are grown from or fed are so depleted of nutrients that we are now naturally deficient. That being said, you've heard me talk about hydration and the skin, and your skin being the largest organ that you have is the last thing to receive internal hydration that you intake. So when you feel, this happened to me once, I was feeling really sick, and one of my tricks to my own immune function is to pound back tons and tons of hot lemon water. And I remember one day when I was feeling better, I was like, oh, my face feels amazing. And it was because I had upped my water intake to excessive. and it flushes out my flu or my cold, and that's why I do it. But it was like, oh, that's kind of the amount of water one needs to encourage the skin. So it's the same with your vitamin C. If you take vitamin C on a daily basis for 365 days of the year, and it's a high quality supplement, so you're not buying your supplements because they're the cheapest ones that you can find. These are soluble supplements. They have delivery systems that reach your gut. They don't break down as you go, and they actually get to do some work. You may experience some vitamin C nutrition from within to the skin. You certainly will if you do within your body. But this information is not skin cell specific. It is cellular requirements for your entire body. So we're going to talk about the skin cells today, but think about your cells as a whole in your body, how much they need this ingredient. It's so good what we're getting into. Okay, so for redness, vitamin C, again, is responsible for collagen and elastin. If you were to have a red skin type, rosacea, something vascular where your face appears red more often than you wish, then vitamin C strengthens the vascular network of the cell wall. So collagen is responsible for the cell wall and the integrity of the vascular walls. Forgive me. Champagne, Prosecco. So if you have weak capillary walls, they are more likely to stretch, to rupture, for the valves to break down, therefore exposing more visibility of redness because the blood isn't moving through the tissue. Vitamin C also will help strengthen your capillary network through the citric acid that we have inside the vitamin C serum. It is not all citric acid, but that a particular secondary ingredient is going to help us flush the old skin blood out and strengthen the walls so that they don't break down. So you're getting a minimization of redness as well as a strengthening to prevent redness. Yes. Then what do we do if we have acne and blemishes as a skin type or a skin concern? This again will boost the immune function of each and every cell, so she's more powerful against bacteria. How great is that? If you are talking about aging skin, we are going to boost the collagen elasticity, therefore lifting and firming the skin and maintaining the collagen and elasticity that you currently have, preventing a breakdown. Right? And then if we have pigmentation in our skin as a concern, the pigmentation will be brightened and lightened with this ingredient and product as well. So that's how every skin type can benefit from having vitamin C. Now, what is it actually doing? So we talk a lot about antioxidants and free radicals. Should I do the demonstration about the free radicals? Would that make sense? Let me get my turmeric mask on and then we'll do that. So free radicals are in our day-to-day lives. You guys, so many of you got this right too. Each cell on a daily basis gets 10,000 and free radical hits per day. 10,000. The average lifespan, for those of you at home, if you have the liquid exfoliation, that's what you'll be putting on now. I forgot mine. I left it in my basket. And so that's your step next. It goes on a cotton pad, you wipe it on and you leave it on, and then we're going to put turmeric on next, which I'm just mixing up now. So if you have turmeric, we're just making you have a small dish or a small well in your hand. Put half of that back. And we're putting a couple dribbles of water into it. Dribbles of water, and you're making a very nice mousse that will start to bubble and foam. It's very messy, the turmeric, so please don't use white towels or white sponges or anything white. Comes into this lovely foam, and we're going to apply it. You're going to feel some fire on your face. It's fiery. You can apply more water if you wish. The water is actually, we have, yes. The more water you add, the more fiery it will be. So when it dries, the fire subsides. So when you go to rinse it, you'll get back. Oh, it's your favorite. Oh, amazing. It's many people's favorite once you get past the fear of the fire. Took me a wee bit. I love how soft it makes my face after. And I also love how 3-in-1 really. It's an exfoliation with this clay that you can feel the granulars. The clay absorbs impurities and cleanses the skin. The turmeric obviously increases anti-inflammation. Oh, it's so good. And then as you get the stimulation, it oxygenates the skin as well. This makes me look kind of sick. Okay, so when we have, I'm just gonna put a tiny bit more water and work it in a wee bit more. Yes, lovely. Good combo, Megan. Oh, fiery. Holy man. Oh my God. Woo, mama. Spicy today. Don't you love how sometimes it's spicier than other times? And you're like, what's going on there? Same product, same Sunday, spicier than normal. Okay, so a free radical is an exposure to a molecule that is missing an oxygen proton. So your oxygen molecules are O2, yes? So if you have O1, you have a free radical who wants his partner O. And he's gonna come into your skin and he's gonna find it. So we get this from pollutants, from smoking, from stress, from wine, from basically any fun whatsoever, late nights, bad food, sugar, so many exposures to free radicals. I mean, name it, it's a free radical. If it's fun, if it sounds good, if it tastes good, free radical. So your skin, physical skin, and every cell in your body is inundated with these things, both intrinsic from inside, stress, sugars, smoke, and external environmental stressors. Okay, so those environmental stressors will come in and impact your precious little cell and take away from the cell whatever it needs itself. So imagine, our Katie, our Eminence rep, uses this analogy. Imagine that all of your cells are at a bar and then a busload of cheerleaders come and take all of your husbands and boyfriends away. So then all of you are left single, and now you also then want to go back and pair up. So it becomes a very cyclical cycle. It becomes a cycle of negativity. So your cell is happy as punch. He's got 2 oxygen molecules. He's having a great time. Free radical will come and take one of those protons away, creating this unstable oxygen molecule. Think about it in the way of how rust affects metal. So that's an oxidization process. Okay, we're gonna do this now. So this is your skin. It's your beautiful, happy, lovely skin. And my iodine is representation of the free radicals that come in. So you saw the reel. Did you guys like that reel? I did. So you can see we have smoking, sugar. You can see that. We have some late nights, that big fight we had with our husband, blah, blah. Kids yelling at us all the time, not sleeping. We need more than that. More than that. More stress than that. That's COVID stress, right? That looks like about right. So then your skin accepts all of that, and then the molecules, if it affects, let's say, the cell that boosts collagen, well, that cell no longer is going to be able to function. If that cell is for immunity, if that cell is for whatever the cell's job is, it is now compromised and cannot do that job efficiently. Now he's basically just trying to survive. But he is now also a free radical trying to survive until he can find what he needs to live. So he's going to take it from his partner cell, the next door neighbor cell, and then that cell again and again and again will come to be a free radical. Okay? So then, oopsies, we are going to insert our citrus and kale serum. This kind of might break my heart a wee bit because it's my favorite serum and I've never actually poured it into a jug of water before, but I'm going to do it for you guys. So then your citrus and kale serum comes in and he is going to clarify the situation. I love that demonstration. She needs more. Then I'm going to show you something even more magical after this. Even more magical after this once I get this clear, because I have to, you guys, like, oh my God, that is so cool. That is so cool. Okay, so then I have all happy cells and I have more stress come up. More stress come up, but I've got the most amazing product in my skin cells. So now we need less every time. So your skin will have, every time. Like when you use vitamin C serum on a consistent basis, your skin's defense mechanism enhances. It enhances. So it is less likely just from the use of the product to become broken down and cause more stress within the skin cell. Can I get some love for the demonstration? Thank you so much, Eminence, for that. I love it. Okay, so if that already wasn't enough for me, that's enough. But think about what happens to a cell. Does anybody have an idea about what happens to a cell? Freaking amazing, right? And now, Melissa, imagine when you're using the vitamin C, citrus and kale, and your new multivitamin has an additional form of vitamin C. Like, oh, so good. Okay, so your cell, we've talked about the importance of exfoliation, right? Because your cells die. They are born at the bottom, they work their way up, and they die. They slough off. Before they die, they duplicate through mitosis. Excuse me. So what happens is if you have a damaged cell, he duplicates. So his brand new cell is no longer the optimal cell condition. It's damaged. It's compromised. He then, during his 28-day life cycle, all around, my friend, is being combated with 10,000 hits of free radicals per day on a good day. And then he duplicates and the process continues. So that's where we start to see basically the aging process and the degradation of oneself. So just think about grandma. We love her. She's lovely. But her cells have degraded. You can see the change of color, the change of elasticity, the change of firmness, the change of vascularity, the see-throughness, the change of the depth of the skin. And that's what's going on, is you're having a degraded cell give his life up, but he makes another identical copy through mitosis. So yay, I have a brand new baby cell. She's 1 day old, but she's got a chip off her shoulder because her dad made her with the same chip. So, I mean, it becomes very, very clear how all of a sudden this aging process is like caught up with us, or we're like, how did that get there so quickly? Because your cell cannot function at its peak performance while it's fighting to survive. So antioxidants are not fighting anything. They are donating a piece of something that the free radical needs so that the free radical is stabilized and it doesn't affect any of the cells. Now, the power behind the one that we are using is that it's encapsulated with vitamin C. It has hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid, so it doesn't have the sticky texture, but has the incredible ability to assist the skin in retaining moisture for itself. It also has the L-ascorbic acid, which is the correct molecule that your skin will allow into the cell receptor sites. So there are many, many forms of vitamin C, ranging from citric acid, which is basically just like pouring lemon on your face. And you would say, well, Lizzie, why wouldn't I just pour lemons on my face? Because they're not the right fit into the skin and then into the skin cell receptor site. So we are using the analogy of like a leather glove. You're trying to put the leather glove, right hand, onto the left hand. And you're like, it's kind of doing the job, keeping my fingertips warm, and it's kind of protecting me a bit, but you can tell it doesn't fit, it creates a bit of agitation, and it's just not doing the same job as if I were to change that over to my right hand. So L-ascorbic vitamin C is allowing the right glove to fit on the right hand, so there's very little irritation. There's very little side effects of using vitamin C, right? Yeah. Or Sun-In. You guys remember Sun-In? But a lot of times people thought, well, I can't use vitamin C on a redness or sensitive skin. And perhaps if it's not the accurate molecule, L-ascorbic, then it would cause irritation penetrating, and it would cause a sensation as it went in because it's not the right fit for the cell. So anytime, like glycolic acid, for example, anytime we're getting superficial irritation, it's because the molecule is trying to get past the surface. That's like unless it's like paprika, which we're meaning to use for a slight inflammation, heat effect. What's happening there is it's irritating you with excessive sensitivity because it can't get through the surface. So L-ascorbic acid is the reason why our vitamin C is so great. I have some notes because I thought all of this was super valuable. I didn't want to forget anything. When we have an antioxidant, it slows down the damage that is caused by other free radicals. So let's say we have free radicals, again, that come at us later. By having vitamin C in the skin, in our skin cells, it will slow down the damage and slow down the power of the free radicals that come after it. Hence the demonstration I just showed you. And so really, you're building immunity, you're building strength against future damage, and you're causing repair by donating the molecules the free radical needs. Then the cell can be left all by her beautiful self to duplicate into another beautiful cell and to cause well, not cause, but do what that cell's job was meant to do. Oh, are you guys loving this as much as I am? I love this. Another thing that's happening is we have vitamin C salt in our serum, and it's a mineral that, what do we call this now? It's an interesting word. It's called enzymatic cleaving, but that's what is preventing our vitamin C from oxidizing and being delivered exactly where it needs to be. So that particular ingredient isn't as sexy or romantic, but mandatory for the optimal delivery system. So any vitamin C that is missing the vitamin C salt mineral would not, it would oxidize and it would not be delivered to the optimum cell receptor sites. Oh my gosh, yes. It just feels so good. I do look like I have an orange face. Okay, so then we have the potent vitamin E in this serum as well, which helps to repair, it's from avocado. It helps to repair the barrier function of the cell and the cell membrane for support. So the cell membrane, again, allows things in and out. And if it's not functioning properly, it could lose more or absorb things that it shouldn't. So it's just like our skin to the cell membrane. Keep stuff out, keep stuff in. The cell is very active. If the cell membrane is compromised, you could lose all the moisture in there. And these things are water soluble because the inside of your cell is water based. It has a lipid to deliver it to the cell receptor site. The enzymatic cleaving releases the sodium or the salt into the area and then delivers the vitamin C, the water soluble, into the cell. To the cell. That is the difference between your $12 vitamin C from Sephora and your Eminence amazing delivery system with organic ingredients that have been made. So our kale, our avocado, our leafy greens, the organic nature of Eminence farms are 60 times greater than the organic standards of Canadian and American farms. So the nutrients being delivered to your skin with this powerful SPF are unlike any other. They are so amazing. So the combination of organic farming, delivery system, and the appropriate ingredients combined create this incredible potent product. Oh, I thought I loved it before, and I love it even more now. Oh my God. Okay, so announcements. We only have a couple Mother's Day sets left. So if you want one of those, I need to know as soon as possible. If it's more than the few we have left, we are going to have to do another urgent order before next weekend, which is super possible, but I have to know about it by Tuesday. So please let me know. If you want to have the two of them, please let us know because we got two of them left. Another announcement is we are going to design what will be called the Ultimate C Facial. It'll be a completely brand new facial protocol that we're going to offer. It's going to be amazing. I did a run through the other day on a very special person, and it's going to be released after May 15th. So I'm going to send out a newsletter with a link as soon as that's ready. The Ultimate C facial will obviously include all of this, plus some very special extras that I have designed for the Ultimate facial. Let's get our mask into place and then we'll do our draw. So tonight we've talked a lot about what we're vitamin C. So I would love it if you would tag a friend below. Again, we're going to give away some skincare. And I think this worked really well. You guys were really wonderful last time in tagging your friend, telling somebody what you have learned tonight, some new information about your skin and vitamin C. And then we're going to do a draw next Sunday as well. So tonight's draw is for the Camellia Solid Oil. We were doing shares, so please feel free to share the video if you like, but I was feeling as though it wasn't fair for people who, when I had put the recommendation of over 10, so just tag a friend and you'll be included in next week's draw. The purpose for the sharing and the tagging, my friends, oh my God, full of amazing vitamin C as well. Oh man, beautiful. The purpose of tagging and sharing is to improve or increase the amount of people who see the videos. The more people that see our videos, the more people know about Heaven Spa, and the more people can learn about skincare and feel empowered through that knowledge. So you facilitate that. You facilitate somebody that doesn't know us to get to know us. So whatever you put in the comment with their information will really encourage them to either follow along, learn something new, or perhaps have a service with us. So I really appreciate the time that it takes just to tag that extra person, tell them what you learned, and hopefully they can get some glowing skin too. Okay, so we are going to put on Citrus and Kale Mask, the potent, amazing matching product. Citrus and Kale Mask is going to go into place. And she taught us, if you guys have Citrus and Kale Mask at home, drop me some hearts down below. If you don't mix it with anything else on the skin as it dries, you can add some dermafoliant to it and use it as a gommage, which I think is pretty cool. She also said that the use of vitamin C serum, the use of vitamin C anything, increases the absorption of other vitamin Cs. Same, ideally, delivery system. But if you were to use, for example, the Citrus and Kale Mask and then the serum, and use the analogy of like when you come in from a hike and you have a giant glass of water, even though you need all of that water at all possible, and yet you pee it out immediately. It's similar. So consistent use of vitamin C will then allow the skin to absorb more and more consistently, which is pretty great. Having like an accumulative effect, you know? Hooray. Lovely also. Okay, so draw time. Who's excited for the draw? I love this because we didn't do one for a couple weeks because we didn't get 10 shares. So I'd love to see if you guys were hearts down below for the draw. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep drinking by myself. Yay. She also said that the lime citrus, sorry, I got something in my eye, is a mood enhancer. So guess whose new favorite welcoming spray is? Oh man, that's delicious. So you see how, you see how mangosteen is clear and limes is not? This one has shea butter in it. First of all, can we preface that neither of these have the top ingredient of water because your skin is waterproof. I want you guys to really hear this. Your skin is waterproof. All of our mists and toniques are lipid encapsulated beneficial ingredients. This one, sorry, I really do have something in my eye. Something citrusy. Yeah, it does. She says, so in here we have shea, we have lavender, grapefruit, lemon, lime, and green tea. She says when we put on topically the green tea, which we know is a major antioxidant, topically we get 40% more antioxidant benefits than we do when they're ingested. By spraying your face, people. So this is not, like I said, a brand new product, but they are offering a new launch promotion. So if you are interested after today's video in purchasing some of these vitamin C products, If you buy these two, citrus and kale, and the retail size as a citrus and kale mask, you're going to get this tonique for free. We have to order them, so they're not going to be immediate. But if you'd like one of these combos, bundles, duo, whatever you want to call it, again, your full size one of those, retail size, this is professional, so it would be smaller. And then you'll get a free lime mist. And also, I think, a skincare pouch, which is very beautiful. So now that you know why, and you may know example as to what it can do for your skin type, you can really see how the benefit of that consistently will also enhance the other ingredients that you're using. Yes, please, Megan, you're amazing. So having that in your ritual, especially for our self-care Sundays, and because the solution, the vitamin C, is so almost invisible, it won't affect your skincare at all. If you want to buy one or the other, that's completely fine as well. Just the freebies will come with the purchase of the two of them. And then you can have the free mist, which you can use to set your minerals, which we love. You can also use the mist as a hydrator. Like I said, it's got shea, green tea, lavender, grapefruit. It's a mood enhancer. So if you're having a crappy day, you just mist that on. Oh, what else can I say about all those magical things? And then with your citrus and kale mask, you can mix that mask into any mask that you currently have, or you can use it as your full treatment. It's absolutely my favorite mask, hands down. Okay, so to all of you lovelies who tagged a friend last time, whoopsies, thank you very much for that. Let's do a drum roll and a cheers to all of you who joined Self-Care Sunday Live. Your skin loves you for that, I think. Ooh, Brenda! Congratulations, Brenda! You're the winner! I don't know if Brenda's on here now, but Brenda is a loyal, lovely guest of ours for Self-Care Sundays also. And so we want to talk a wee bit about, what else did I have to say? So we got how you can get this, alternative ways. We talked about having internal vitamin C. If you are to have a different product brand, yes, thank you guys are the nicest community of giving. If you were to have another product brand, the things that you would want to look for are your vitamin E encapsulated for your barrier repair and your penetration, your vitamin C salt mineral to allow, again, for cell penetration. And you would also want to make sure about your oxidization. So with having the enzymatic cleaving, prevents oxidization and enhances the delivery system. So she was saying that our vitamin C, 16%, is guaranteed not to oxidize based on its ingredient composition. And that if your citrus and kale serum changes color, it's because of the leafy greens inside. So when you get it brand new, it's a beautiful clear yellow. And as you use it up, it turns into a little bit more of a green color. So that's the oxidization of the leafy greens, not the citrus and the vitamin C, which I think is amazing. What else? No, I think that's all I had to say. Oh, cell duplication, we covered that. What do free radicals do? They take away, antioxidants give back. We were talking about this quite a bit because she was saying the antioxidants is like a fighter, but it isn't fighting anything. It's actually sacrificing itself so that your cells aren't as compromised. Did you guys have any questions about your own vitamin C? If you're interested in the gommage effect of this, I think gommage is a non-granular way to exfoliate. So really sensitive skins quite like gommage because it's not scratchy, but it like grabs the skin and rolls it off. Yeah, the color change is just the supporting ingredients of there's spinach and kale, leafy greens, like I said. So I did not know that our citrus and kale had the hyaluronic acid in it because, as you might remember, hyaluronic acid is usually a wee bit sticky. And citrus and kale is absolutely not sticky at all, to the point where before, I don't even know when, but before, we've been carrying Eminence for about 8 years. I didn't used to like the consistency of the product. I thought, how do I put this on? Like, it seems to be kind of not as easy as perhaps the gel viscosity serums were. So I'll show you how I put it on in a few moments. I'm just gonna let my mask do the magic. So I found that I was not using it, and obviously, I clearly didn't know how special it was. So now I would never go a day without it. There are some other ways that you can get vitamin C through Eminence. So we can use the power of strawberry rhubarb. We can use the power, it is not a skin irritant. Where did you hear that? Perhaps if you took a bush and rubbed it on your face, that might hurt your skin a wee bit. Whenever we have, that's a fantastic question, Kim. Whenever you have a skin irritant versus the same ingredient not, so you might consider lavender essential oil directly on the skin, you would never do that. Lavender, any essential oils actually, need to be added into a carrier oil of any kind before they should be put on the skin. So if you were to say get like a lavender droplet on your skin from a very potent, it may cause irritations. It may not as well, but it's usually just because the level of activity isn't meant to be directly on the tissue. So think about your lavender essential oils. Thank you, Tracy, so much. They are a liquid and then they evaporate. So they have a very active molecular property. So that evaporation into gas, the gas is more likely to be happiness for your skin. So the lavender oils that we have in our products are encapsulated with the lipid, which the skin really likes. And then the cell within the skin receives the essential oil of lavender and has its own properties. So you know how they say things like, they have a psychological or a physiological effect on you? It's because your cell receptor sites accept them and they change the physiological benefit of the cell. So for example, if you were really stressed out, you inhaled some lavender, the cell receptor sites receive the lavender and calm down the situation. Essential oils can be traced 24 hours later from inhalation or absorption into the bloodstream, meaning that it's passed all the way through all the protective layers of your internals, your guts, your skin, whatever, and delivers it right into the bloodstream, which is where they have this, I don't know, is it psychological effect, physiological effect? It's where the effect comes from, is the absorption. So lavender directly on the skin may be irritating. Lavender as an ingredient in the skin, especially in the eminence delivery system, not irritating at all. In fact, I didn't even know it was in there, to be honest, until she told us. That particular one doesn't smell like lavender, but we do have a lavender night concentrate, which is the opposite of irritating. Oh my God, that's a beautiful product too. I hate my job. I just want you guys to know that. I think it sucks. Kidding, love my job, best job ever. Great question though. Thank you so much for asking it. Anybody else have any amazing questions? You're very welcome. My face is, and then did you guys remember? Now I know, but did you remember when I was doing the dermal rolling and I put the vitamin C on my skin after, and I was like, oh, I can really feel that. How powerful is that to get even 1,000 times deeper penetration of that vitamin C? It's magical. So we would expect from a vitamin C usage, firmer skin, much more collagen productivity, as well as maintenance of the collagen that you have, less free radical damage, which could be vascular damage. It could show up as pigmentation. It could show up as dullness, could show up as dryness, less attacking of the cells. So your cell at its peak function will have a high immune system, will have not as much in terms of pigmentation or melanocyte productivity, less bacteria invasion, better hydration, retention, and sort of respiration. So the elimination of waste and the absorption of nutrients. The cell itself will function at its peak. So think of like juicy baby skin, like brand new baby skin. That's like without cell degradation. And then you give them a couple of years and they get that sunburn and those moles and the freckles and you're like, oh, it's all going down. Give you vitamin C. We want to make sure that the vitamin C we're using isn't aggressive on the skin. So if you do feel like you have sensitivities and you'd like to give it a sample try, reach out. I've got tons of samples to offer you. And then as a system, you would have your vitamin C serum. Citrus and kale would be the first product that you're going to put on your freshly cleansed and exfoliated face, because it's going to do the maximum amount of penetration and effort. And then my preference would be marine peptide serum on top of that, and then rose hip serum on top of that. That's just because I'm me. It can be whatever you want. If you would like me to help you customize your own skin routine, I'm your gal. That's what I'm here for. I would like nothing better than to make you feel confident about your skin and your routine and how to use what, when, and where, and why you're using what, when, and where. I love the empowerment behind the knowledge of like, why would I do that? Oh, let's see if I can, oh no, I have wet hands now. So this would be the point where your mask would gommage off in these rolls. Can you see that? So if I hadn't exfoliated so much, that would be another way to use the mask, which is always good. Oh, yes. My water has cooled down, but it feels so good. Look at my face. Oh, not to mention the smell of this mask. It's definitely my favorite. I would say if you have a drier skin type, the more consistent use, the better. It's not necessarily the most obviously rich hydrating mask, the way that strawberry rhubarb would be or firm skin would be. But the more consistently you use it, your skin will start to maintain its own hydration levels better. So the dryness would naturally shift. And then your citrus and kale serum has your hydrolyzed HA in it, so that would help hold moisture too. Excuse me. Oh, yum. How does your face feel right now? Oh, so good. So good. I love self-care Sundays with you guys. I just love it. Just love it. Okay, so now that I know the power behind this guy, she's coming home with me. So again, shea butter base. So you can see the milkiness. This is not a water-based ingredient product. It just isn't. I actually opened mine up at my house the other day looking to make sure before I said that. And no, aloe is the top ingredient. This is how you find out behind like that. No, I was wrong. Lime juice is the top ingredient. Aloe is the second ingredient. So I'm just trying to see where I can find actual water. Kelp, there's, spirulina in here. I love it even more now. Lactic acid, lavender. I literally don't see aqua on this list. How delicious is that? Whoa, my eyes are a bit tender, so be fair. Could be on here still. Rosemary extract, citrus, lemon, acai, gooseberry, baobab, camu, carrot, coconut water. There it is, the coconut water. Certified natural organic ingredient. So in our mists, aqua is not on the list. I love that. I love that. Not because we don't like aqua, but because your skin does not like aqua. You head into a bath as a grape, you come out of the bath as a raisin because you've lost aqua. So that's my new favorite mist. Stonecrop was my favorite before, then I'm going to switch it up to this one. Delicious. Okay, so citrus and kale. My serum, which I poured half of it into a jug of water. So I always put my dropper at my high cheek. When you have a sample, it's a little bit more challenging, I would say. So just be careful not to dump the sample on your face. The other way of applying would be something like this. So if you have your little sample vial, save the sample vial for when you're allowed to leave your house again, camping and whatnot. Oh, we should do a throwback and do like a camping mandatory skincare ritual. But you see now, that's just in there. It's just gone. And it just feels delicious. So 3 drops is all that you need. You can use more if you want to. So then, if I were to have a Vita Skin serum, so this could be strawberry, rhubarb, which is the hyaluronic acid. You could have firm skin, bright skin, calm skin, or clear skin. That would be next. You can tell it's a gel type of viscosity. I'm going to go ahead and use marine peptide collagen serum. This particular goal, we are reminding the skin again and again for the same goal. So I'm stimulating my skin's ability to make collagen, and now I'm going to give it some collagen and some more collagen supporting ingredients. Peptides, actual collagen from the marine flower in a complex that the skin absorbs. Like, the absorption is so important, and that really is a ginormous piece of what you're paying for, is the science behind the molecular structure so the skin accepts it. And then with our level of organic ingredients, the skin really accepts it as its own. So it's not like, how do I handle you, or how do I position you, or where do I put you for max? It's just like, oh, I know you. I'll take that. Thank you so much. I'll put that to use right away. Great. And then you would have a lipid, ideally, on the top. So I've got rose hip, vitamin C and E, triple forms of vitamin C in this one. And then if you had facial recovery oil would be the time for that, or solid camellia oil or wildflower would be the time for that right now. So again, 3 drops. And then what's going to happen next is going to be based on your skin type. So if you have an oily skin type, what's going to happen next is a lighter weight cream. So lotus overnight, lavender concentrate, mangosteen, or bamboo. Lighter weight fluids and concentrates are treatment type of lightweight moisturizers. So they're called fluids, concentrates, or treatments, but they are just lighter weight moisturizers to seal everything in. Ideally, we have found you the concoction of serums that treat the skin, and then your final step is to protect. So my preference for nighttime, we've got blueberry soy, Manoi, lovely, and I'm going to go with Bright Skin Overnight because it's another one of my favorites. And again, we're just keeping a consistent messaging of brightening the skin, increasing the health and the nutrients with more bright skin. So if you don't like a rich product, take your mist one more time, add those beneficial ingredients in there too. You would use that before this cream. So if I had the acne spot treatment, that would be right now. So you've got serum, 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 and then acne spot. And then your acne spot treatment can be put on up to 3 times a day. So you could even put that on throughout the day on top of your moisturizer. Excellent question. Oh my goodness, yes. So this is my routine, different cream, mind you, but this is my serum treatment routine, day and night. Hi, Vanessa. What was the serum before the second serum? So that's our citrus and kale serum. That's the one, where am I? Oh, there. That this whole video has been about. Citrus and kale potent vitamin C and E serum. Magical. And our thingy here says 47% of free radicals are eliminated in 3 hours, clinically proven. Clinically proven. So out of the 10,000 that are hitting my cells every day, 5,000 of them are immediately eliminated. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Oh my goodness me. So with your citrus and kale mask, we're expecting a redness, reduction of redness, improvement in your pigmentation, improvement in your skin's collagen synthesis and creation, and preventing degradation of those 2 things. Improved cell function, so water retention, immunity, cell health, firmness, elasticity, and radiance. Yes, so I would use the camellia on top of, would be your lipid position. So we have the citrus and kale, then your Vita Skin solution or marine peptide, and then your camellia would go on top of that, underneath your moisturizer. Hallelujah, yes to the camellia oil. Oh, my face! I wish that we could do a quick side-by-side of before, when I had makeup on, to now, because it looks a million times better right now. I think. Could be the Prosecco. Okay. Any more questions, my beautiful friends? How does your face feel? For those of you who've just joined us for the first time for your Self-Care Sunday, how does your face feel? If you did not have a chance to join us for Self-Care Sunday and you've caught the video on replay, I would love to see the words replay down below. Welcome. Yeah. Oh, great. Fantastic. And if you, I almost tipped that. If you are interested in learning more about your skincare, you can reach me several different ways. You can comment in this video below and we can connect. You're welcome to book a virtual consultation if you're not local to Heaven Spa. We have an in-touch skincare consultation where you can have products applied to your skin and the written recommendations. And if you guys are open to the beautiful new facial, oh, I'm so glad, Jacqueline, hooray! There will be a brand new facial in the Heaven Spa called the Ultimate C Facial after May 15th because we couldn't find time to do the training before that because it's so busy. So you're welcome to book perhaps an Elements facial. An Elements facial would be the amount of time that we would need, and we can swap it for the Ultimate C facial when it becomes a thing. You will get an email newsletter, but I just don't want you to have to delay if you're interested in having one of those. All of the amazing ingredients that we've used today and some extra protocols in the facial to make it super, super special, which will be all detailed in your email around the 10th to 15th after Mother's Day. Let us all settle in. The Mother's Day kits, again, I have 2 left on hand. So when you buy 2 gift certificates for $100, they can be for yourself or for other people. You get a free must-have mini set valued at $99. And ideally, it was one for your mother, one for your mother-in-law, and one for you, but you can do whatever you want with whatever you want. There are 2 sets in the spa available. And if you need to order more than that, then make sure that we know by Tuesday, please, so we can get the order before Mother's Day, which will be ideal, I think. And then that promotion will end. So even if you want to use that dollar value for yourself, you're welcome to do that too. But the promotion will end at Mother's Day. So that's a fun one. And I think that's going to be all for us tonight. You guys are awesome. Don't forget to tag your friend. Tell them what you've learned. Tell them how amazing your face feels and why they should maybe join us for next Self-Care Sunday. You got one the other day, I think, didn't you? Oh, no. Did you? I think you did. I think you did. It is a beautiful set, and it's all the lovely things. Good night, my dear. I won't see you Wednesday, but I'll see you soon. Good night, my friends. Thank you so much for, again, your time. If you have any questions, I'll always come back to watch the video and answer the questions about vitamin C, about your skin, your ritual, your routine, how we can customize it to get the best skin you can have. You're very welcome. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure, as always, and we'll see you next Sunday live for Self-Care Sunday at 6 p.m. And we'll see you, of course, throughout the week in our Instagram socials. Have a great evening. Bye, friends.